What's working now? So I'm so bad you're putting bubbles on me during my speech? The enhancements? Well, I'm standing on a apple box, so that's an enhancement for me. Mic drop. Mic drop. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Verde Valley School's 2020 commencement, and a special howdy-do to the class of 2020 and their families. Before we begin the ceremony, I'd like to ask you to pay attention to this commencement flower arrangement. In it, it includes 27 white roses, one for each graduating senior. We start our process by acknowledging them as individuals within our family. Yes, we all agree this is not the way that we wanted to celebrate this day. Yes, it's unfair that we do not sit together and in person to usher you from high school to the real world. We can sit in this, we can feel badly, we can let it consume us, or we can also let the light in and admit, class of 2020, you are the firsts. You are the originals. No other VVS commencement has ever happened this way. You were the one and onlys. Now trust me, sitting together today on the quad would soon be forgotten, as sad as that might feel. But the feeling you have right now, what you are experiencing living in this world right now, that is forever. You all have a unified purpose, because if the world is going to heal, it has to start with you. You are the ones to make the world hit reset. You will have to go into your next step facing uncertainty. The world is broken, and social and political unrest is everywhere. It's not your fault. It's your responsibility, though, to show us the way. No one should ever tell you again you are too young. You don't know what you're doing. Because the fact is, the old ways are not working. It's time for us to turn to you and ask for help. I believe you, class of 2020, you will solve these problems that none of you caused, by the way, and your generation will bring the world together. Now, it won't be easy. So you need to take what you learned at VVS, because VVS alumni know how to get through things. In class of 2020, use what you learned here each day. You already know how to work hard, how to service to others, to live in a multinational community, and take care of our planet. VVS in this amazing community has also taught you, above all, to be a good human being that cares about humanity in the world. But in this year, in particular, you also carry the unifying scars of having to live through COVID and the world tipping on its axis. You learned a lot and you experienced a lot. So never doubt your purpose from this day forward. Be global citizens and make the world right again. Okay, advice time. 1, be fearless. 2, look and watch Mother Nature. 3, this pandemic will end, but never let us forget that it happened. And 4, stay connected to your VVS family. Probably the most important of all. And you all be all right. I wish you success. I wish you happiness. You all deserve it. Best of luck, class of 2020. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the Verde Valley School Chair of the Board of Trustees, Richard Richie Greenberg, class of 1971.
Hello everyone, I'm Richard Richie Greenberg, class of 1971 and currently the head of the Board of Trustees. I came to Verde Valley School when I was 15 years old, and I guess it sort of stuck with me. So here we are, 2020, our first ever virtual graduation ceremony. I'm happy to be celebrating this unique moment with you and your parents and your loved ones, our remarkable faculty and staff. We're all so proud of you and your accomplishments. This is truly a special occasion, so welcome. Welcome also to the fact that life doesn't always go our way, and that despite this pandemic being even a drag, it's great training for a flexible future. The good news is that you're entertaining that future with a Verde Valley School education. In fact, what you've learned at Verde Valley will stick with you for the rest of your life. Not necessarily the reading and writing, but the thinking. The lessons you've absorbed are as much about helping others and caring about people's feelings and opening lines of communication as they are about your ABCs. You're now part of a unique family, the VVS family. This means you will spend the rest of your life explaining to people that you went to some little school in the middle of Sedona, Arizona, and they will never understand. But it also means that you will be surrounded for the rest of your life by a family of people who have been to Verde Valley School and have experienced what is unique in this environment. And we're here to help because that's what we do and that's what we learned at Verde Valley School, that we could help others and it would make a difference. 2020 is said to be perfect vision, and often from adversity, like this, comes clarity. So you, class of 2020, we expect you to have some sort of clarity. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and all of the smiling faces that currently surround you, I'd like to say congratulations. You know, every day you have the opportunity to be a miracle in someone's life. So go out there, make us proud. Congratulations.
Thank you, Richie. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Josh LeBlanc with his original piece, Toku Betsuna, which means special one. Josh says that this was originally inspired by some poetry that he was writing about a friend, and he later turned it into a song from a fingerstyle guitar instrumental that he was also writing at the same time. Janita Benally plays bass and sings with her brother Clayson Benally in the multi-award winning duo Sihasan. In 2012, they formed Sihasan, which is the Navajo word for hope, releasing their Ed Stasium-produced debut album, Never Surrender. And in 2012, it was released to critical acclaim and won numerous awards on the American Indian music scene. It received the honor of being called the #1 freedom-fighting band to get you through the Trump years by the Huffington Post in December of 2016. Sihasan's latest album, Fight Like a Woman, has also won numerous awards internationally and nationally. They also collaborated on the song Sister Moon and Brother Sun for the 2017 Grammy-nominated album by Roots children's duo, the Okie Dokie Brothers. Their punk rock version of the Christmas classic Winter Wonderland was featured in an ad campaign with Tony Bennett for Hyundai. Janita has a long musical career that first began with her brothers in the Native American iconic punk band Black Fire, formed in 1990. Janita also performs internationally in the acclaimed family dance troupe, the Jones Benally Family. Benally has toured throughout the world to share her Dene culture as a means to build respect and understanding for indigenous nations. Not only does Janita advocate for indigenous teachings, she is a traditional practitioner of Navajo medicine and works alongside her father, Jones Benally, a Navajo medicine man. Benally is also well known for her work with human rights, sacred sites, youth empowerment, and environmental and animal rights. Janita was part of the Delos Convention of the United Nations in Greece and was a plaintiff in the federal court case against reclaimed wastewater in order to protect the sacred San Francisco peaks. Benally's been featured on NPR as an actress in Nano Bob Becker's film The Sixth World and has appeared in numerous TV specials in national and international media formats. Janita says, Verde Valley School deepened my values and core commitment to ideals that I didn't realize extended beyond the embrace of my family. These values of being connected to our global community, appreciation for nature, the creative force of art, the beauty of diversity, and the thrill of education connected me to a bigger family, Verde Valley School. I carry these values with me every day. I am still supported by that embrace of a growing global family as I consistently work as a positive change maker to build bridges of respect and unity. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Janita Benally, musician, advocate, cultural consultant, mom, and 1992 Verde Valley School alumnus.
Yat e she'e Janita Benally. Yanishya. My name is Janita Benally. Hello. She'e be'et lechi'i nishle. I am born to the Red Coat people, more known as the Russian. Twodachini bashish chin. I am born for the Bitterwater people. Nakai dina dashanella. The Wandering people are my paternal grandparents. Ado Polish Holyegi dashiche. And the ones that they call the Polish people are my maternal grandparents. Zitlajin de Nasha Ado Kintlena e Shehowen. I am originally from Black Mesa, Arizona, on the Navajo Nation, and I reside in Flagstaff. Akut ego she'e dine asta nishle. In this way, I am a Dine, a Navajo woman. I'm very excited to be here with you today. I am a 1992 Verde Valley School alumni. I have had the honor of standing on Brady Hall stage, trembling in my emerging creativity. But I've also had the privilege to perform on many famous stages throughout the world. Today, from my Hogan, it's the greatest honor to be on this virtual stage with you now. I'd like to ask you to please take a breath. Remember the exquisite rocks and the spires of your educational home. Breathe in this moment. Deeply inhale this achievement, your success, even your failures, and your goals. Take another deep breath in and truly recognize the power of your breath. Your breath carries the words, wishes, dreams, all the aspirations that are not only yours, but are the continuance from your ancestors. From Canada, China, Dominica, Germany, Mexico, Nepal, Japan, Vietnam, the United States, and indigenous sovereign territories, we embody the continued ancestral breath of resilience and hope. Imagine that. Take a moment and imagine that as you are here celebrating this milestone as the class of 2020, you do not stand alone. You are the breath of resilience. This time of uncertainty is your power. It's a time of change. This is your moment. Be the solution makers and the change makers that we know you are. As Verde Valley School graduates, you have a unique understanding that you may not realize. You carry forth a legacy of what past graduates have built on and still continue to build. The character, strength, and ideals that truly are a Verde Valley School graduate. The windblown footprints of all the alumni are part of your footsteps. You are the breath of hope. This could be the greatest transition of the century, and we hope that it is. You're moving into a new normal that has not yet been pioneered by your parents or your grandparents. This world has waited for you. This moment has waited for you to radically imagine the future that you want to create. I want to remind you that with all the uncertainty that is our present, you are in fact certain. As a Verde Valley School graduate, I know that you already have experiences of growing from challenge, problem solving, communication, a greater global perspective, environmental stewardship, and how to build relationships that are necessary for a healthy future that provide for our global community. Might you think that's a great task? You are capable. You have learned these skill sets from your faculty, the caring staff, even your fellow students, and from the resilience of the land steeped in history that has supported you on your educational journey at Verde Valley School. You graduate today not by yourself, but with all the nurturing and guidance from all the teachers and staff that you have ever had. As you face challenges in life, and you will, I ask you to reflect on the landscape that helped you to grow. Remember the dryness of the land and how with only drops of water, life blooms vibrantly. Recall the persistence of the yucca and the cacti that still manage to grow in the most extreme circumstances. You are resilient and strong, just like the land that has given you an educational footing to step towards this new path in your life. The unexpected transformational storms of wind and rain that have carved the red rocks that surround VVS are the same storms that create the beauty of the landscape. It is this determination of the environment that is a reflection within you. Challenge creates that unexpected beauty. This is how our red rocks stand in magnificence. They become more exquisite in their power during the storms that bring uncertainty, change, and transformation. I have two pieces of advice for you: hope and resilience. First, there are no obstacles, only challenges. Challenges are the place from which we get to grow. Secondly, there is no failure. In fact, I encourage you to embrace your setbacks because that means that you get to try again. but this time with experience and hopefully some gained wisdom. I hope that you will always remember that you are a seed of hope and that you are formed from the resilience of your ancestors. Be as tenacious as the desert landscape. You are the breath of resilience, and you are the breath of hope. Congratulations to Verde Valley Schools Class of 2020.
Thank you, Janita. That was wonderful. I'd now like to introduce for our second musical piece, VVS Melody, performed by Dave Len Scott, Bridget Broomfield, Jordan White from the class of 2020, and Josh LeBlanc from the class of 2020. In my 5 years of being the lucky head of Verde Valley School, the highlight of each commencement is when our seniors come up to speak to our audience. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce to you some of the finest young people you will have the pleasure to meet and listen to. And I advise you, listen well.
For those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Alex Gilbert and I'm originally from New Jersey, but I currently live in Sedona. I'm a 4-year senior at Verde Valley School. 6 years ago, I thought that saying something has character was a bad thing. I was in 7th grade when I first started looking at VVS. My mom visited the school by herself, and that day she picked me up from school and immediately told me that she thought I wouldn't like it. She told me that the buildings were old, there's a lot of gravel, and the kids there wore pajamas to class. In my middle school mind, this was like a fable. I could wear pajamas to class? A place like this could not possibly exist, so I had to see it for myself. A few weeks later, my mom and I went to VVS together. I was immediately confused. The campus is in the middle of nowhere and looked huge. There were horses by the main office and golf carts all over the place. My shoes were stained red within 3 seconds of getting out of the car. Yet my mom and I walked into the dining hall and met someone we would have never thought would have such a huge impact on my life. Mr. Jeremy Broomfield, with a sticker-filled laptop and unusually large coffee mug. Jeremy took it upon himself to drop what he was doing and give my mom and I a small tour of the campus. It was the words and the hidden sights that he shared with us that made me fall in love with VBS. So yes, I learned about the beauty behind using character as an adjective. I got to see this quad where students were both dancing and studying. I saw the barn where horses majestically looked out to the surrounding mountains. I got to meet his family and saw how integrated the faculty and teachers were. I got to see this fable come to life in front of my eyes. Thank you, Jeremy, for that. I did not think I would be able to go to VVS. Yet I filled out the application, and with the perseverance and hard work of my mom, here I am. Mom, I am forever grateful for everything you have done for me to get me to where I am now. If it was not for you and your undeniable strength, I do not know where I would be today. In 2016, I walked onto campus as a freshman. Growing up, I watched a lot of High School Musical and movies that described the stereotypical high school experience. Lockers, bells going off after every class, fear of your teachers, football games on Friday nights, and horrible cafeteria food. This was not my high school experience. My locker was my best friend's dorm rooms, where we would watch Netflix together and dance around during stressful times. The only bell that we had was when community meeting was beginning at the chapel. I have never once feared my teachers, maybe at the beginning, but when Awesomeness Day came around and all the faculty dressed up in tutus and onesies and animal costumes, I knew that the faculty are not just my teachers, but my second family. Football games were replaced with galloping across meadows and watching soccer games on horseback. Horrible cafeteria food? Never heard of it. When I told my friends from public school that my school served us steak for dinner, they almost fainted. 4 years later, VVS has helped shape me into the person that I am today. I developed my voice, starting with Big History my freshman year, where I got to question a lot of what I thought to be true about the history of mankind, ending with anthropology class, where I got to learn about the history of Anglomania within the field and actively speaking out against it in class. You see, 6 years ago, I knew VVS as dusty old buildings, nothing more, nothing less. 4 years of being a student at Verde Valley School allowed me to build a story that animated the concrete that held the buildings together. I basically lived here even though I was a day student. I grew up on the gravel 71 years of people all around the world walked upon. I had the opportunity to meet people from all over the place, learn about cultures that were polar opposites to mine, both in my anthropology class and on the quad. I got to challenge everything I thought I knew in the classrooms and on field trips. I finally got my hands dirty through scooping horse poop at the barn, building houses in Guatemala, and volunteering in Malawi. Verde Valley School, you are my second home. Your acres filled with red rocks, white buildings, and wildlife houses or house some of the most important people in my life, from teachers to students to administrators, and of course my horse children. To those who continue their journey at VVS, you got this. Life can be challenging at times, but trust me, it all ends with you giggling about it on the quad, blasting music, and trying to get a ball down from the tree. To the faculty, thank you. Growing up, I barely had family. It has always been just my mom and I, so the fact that I can call my teachers like Jeremy and Bridget, Liz and Chris, Caroline, Sean and Jean, and Jeff and Chrissy, and many more my second family, means more to me than I can explain. It is because of you, my teachers, that have pushed me harder than I thought was possible, that shaped the worldview and perspective that I have today. That I am able to question things about the world that would previously go unnoticed. As I begin my next journey at a school of over 33,000 students and across the country, I will never forget what VVS has taught me. I learned that no one is perfect, that trying your best can never replace a perfect GPA, to keep getting up when you fall back down, whether that is metaphorically or literally if you're me, and to not be afraid to be vulnerable. You let in the best people that way. You are stronger than you can imagine, strong enough to take on difficult academic challenges and to bring wheelbarrows of concrete up treacherous terrain in Malawi. I guess my mom and Sean Fagan were right. Miracles do happen. So yes, VVS has character, but it's a character that is irreplaceable and forever a part of my heart.
For 3 years now I have sat, shielded from the beating sun by a white canopy. I sat looking at friends begin their journeys out into the world. Friends so close I consider many of them family. I always wondered what deep feeling I would get in my stomach as I began to walk away from this place. And today, as I ponder those feelings once more, I am hit by a force which pulls me back towards VVS, and one that is pushing me out into the world. A voice telling me that anyone wanting to leave would be crazy, and another telling me I have a duty to take the man I have become here and show him to the world. I'd venture to say that all of you here have heard about the magic of VVS, probably to a point that has become a cliche. And I believe that I, like many others, have failed in capturing that magic into words. I believe that oftentimes cliches can hold great truths just beneath the surface, so I hope these words will do this place justice. VVS, as a place, as an abstract concept, demands a ubiquitous unity. We are one, despite the numerous differences among us. You see? Oftentimes, such unity only arises when everyone feels that they are the same as those around them. Not at VVS. Here, we are alike in our differences. For those of you concerned that I have just put forth a paradox, you're right, because I have. The beauty of this place is that paradox. We are one, not because we are the same, but because we are different. When these differences are celebrated, like they are here, a profound sense of self is created. What I've described does not just have impacts in a lofty philosophical way. It still applies when we get down to the nuts and the bolts of the people we have become here. I firmly believe that at this place we have been given many, if not all of the tools necessary to tackle and conquer any future problems we may face. We have gained way too much to discuss in a short speech, so I'll just focus on one thing. Over the past 4 years, we have been given the opportunity to craft our own personal creeds. It has happened whether you are cognizant of it or not. We have developed moral maps, an ethos, a personalized worldview that is ours and ours alone. We are individuals who, in a few short months, will go out into a world that wants to push and shove us into a mold so that we will be like everyone else. Do not let that happen. Do not lose what you have gained here. Do not lose who you have become here. Instead, ponder who and what you have become in this place. Become mindful of it. And, as you navigate a tumultuous and uncertain world, always return to the you at this place. Become grounded in your own individuality. And, as those around you become frantic, don't. So I'll leave you with this. Never forget where you came from. Every single one of us has been blessed to make memories here, regardless of the ones we missed out on this spring. Don't squander these gifts. Instead, do justice to yourselves and this place by going out into the world and accomplishing great things. Thank you.
My Dutch mom always tells me, identity simply is the ability to say what you are thinking and feeling. That is not easy when you have been raised in Nepal to do the exact opposite. I arrived as a junior at VVS on Awesomeness Day. I was totally lost and confused by the behavior of the students and teachers. I really thought I was in the wrong place. Slowly, I started to understand what it all meant, and little by little, I changed from a nicey nice girl to a badass, into a person with her own voice. At the beginning, I was shy and withdrawn, but inspired by the beauty of nature around campus, the sun setting on the red rocks, laughing and dancing in the chapel, throwing people in the mud pit, shoveling horse manure, an awesome backpack trip along the Escalante River in Utah, and sleeping under the stars. At the core of all this are our awesome teachers who are nurturing, encouraging, inspiring, and teaching us with the patience of Job. The French sculptor Rodin once said, "I carved out the figure that I saw, hidden in the rock, to free it from its entrapment." Our teachers also have that ability to see what it is deeply hidden within us, and they encourage us to understand and freely express who we are. Leaving VVS breaks my heart, and I will miss my wonderful teachers, my friends, nature, red rocks, mountain biking, horse manure, compost, and all the rest of it. The many different intellectual, emotional, and physical skills that we have learned at VVS have prepared us to tackle the complex world that we will be entering upon graduation with courage and strength and a new vision. Thank you.
We, as humans, are connected with one another through the social norms that we create. The ways in which we go about our days influence the ways in which other people go about their days, and vice versa. This has been hardwired into us from millennia of natural selection. In our days as hunter-gatherers, to be accepted by our tribe was a matter of life and death. Fitting in meant access to the shared resources and knowledge of those around you, while standing out left you at risk of being marooned alone in the cold. To clarify, I am by no means pushing conformity, but rather I simply want to recognize the innate desire we hold to conform. Social interactions have clearly adapted since our times in the grasslands of Africa, but I believe that the same instinctual need to fit in remains within us. We both consciously and subconsciously imitate the traits we see in the people around us. As a result of this, our thoughts and actions are heavily influenced by the people that we surround ourselves with. For many of us, the clothes we put on in the morning is largely dependent upon what we perceive as cool, based on our perception of other people that we deem to be cool. Oftentimes, we do not even realize this is what we are doing, which speaks to the deeply ingrained nature of our desire to fit in. This extends beyond simply our choices in clothing, though. The way in which we treat one another is greatly influenced by how the people we are close to treat one another. We must hold this notion to be true and make the conscious decision to meet a positive standard of conduct. This will not only benefit those who we directly treat with decency, but also set an example to others to follow in our footsteps, since people intrinsically gravitate towards those who are kind. Essentially, by being kind to others, we inspire others to follow. This creates a social circle around us of people who treat one another with decency. This is why I love Verde Valley School. Throughout my 4 years here, I have made some of the best friends in my life and been in the classrooms of phenomenal teachers. In essence, I've been surrounded by fantastic people. Verde Valley School is such an amazing place in that individuals from all over the world come together around its 5 guiding principles and mesh into a cohesive community. I believe that I've come out of this a fundamentally better person, and I'm incredibly grateful for this and for all of you. Mine and my class's time at VVS has come to an end, but this does not mean that we cannot continue to hold the principles we've held for our duration here to be true. To those of us who are leaving VVS and entering the greater world, I ask of you all this. Please take the guiding principles that we have held for the past 4 years with you. Consciously surround yourself with individuals who have built their code of conduct that value these principles, and hold these individuals close to you. If you find yourself surrounded by those who do not share these same principles, this is where I ask you to emerge from the crowd. Stand for manners of decency, and others will follow. If we all strive to meet these goals together, I know that one day the spirit of VVS will be seen around the world. Thank you.
If any of you recall my senior speech, my first line was "Life can change in an instant." At that time, I really did not think that a week after my speech, we would all have to deal with the major changes that came from COVID-19. When I first received the email, we were not going to be able to return to VVS for the rest of the school year. I felt a mixture of sadness and anger towards the whole situation. It wasn't until later that I came to the realization that being mad at the situation was not going to change one thing. I had to accept the fact, as well as the rest of the senior class, that senior year was pretty much over. Just because COVID-19 ruined the end of our senior year, I think it's important to look back on the times and opportunities that occurred at VVS. If I'm being completely honest, I thought that VVS was not the school for me. I still recall the moment my parents told me I was going to be attending VVS for school. I was in 8th grade. I was completely against the idea of going to a school where I would be forced to start again. I begged my parents to let me go to school with friends where I would not be challenged and simply fly through high school. All of my thoughts changed when I started at VVS. I made amazing friends, I started to come out of my shell, and I was constantly supported by the community around me. Now, I'm a graduating senior, and I can never thank my parents enough for enrolling me in VVS. I've had the privilege to go to VVS for all 4 years of my high school career, and every year was so very different, but what never changed was the welcomeness and supportiveness that came from the community. I personally think that most people tend to remember the bad times rather than the good ones. I'm guilty of this too. But I think that in a situation like this, recalling the great times are of utmost importance. VVS is unique compared to other high schools. For instance, in November, students get to embark on amazing 2-week field trips to a variety of different places. There are an abundant amount of traditions that take place every year that are so amazingly fun. Even the simple student-teacher relationships are unique compared to other high schools. High school is a time that we will look back on in our adult lives and laugh at the photos and memories we made, and I want to be able to have all the memories before COVID be the strongest. I want to share some memories that came back to me while having all the time in the world while in quarantine, and hopefully a few of you are able to remember times like these. I have been visiting Dana for the past 4 years, just to talk and get a little candy along the way. The chats that I've had with Dana are short, but never failed to brighten my day, and I won't ever forget those memories. If you haven't visited Dana, I highly recommend it. I love to think back to that amazing day in biology where every student ended up singing "I Want It That Way" for no real reason at all. I hope all of the students that are already in biology or are going to be in biology get the chance to have fun little moments like these. I reminisce on the memories of Awesomeness Day, where it's only filled with laughter and friendly competition between the classes. All the baseball games that my friends and I would go to with Caleb, and winning the soccer state championship in sophomore year. The list could just keep going on and never end. Sure, some days were way more stressful than others, but I kept my head up knowing that tomorrow was a new day, and I had so much to look forward to. A common theme among a lot of the memories from VVS is the community. The community of VVS has made my time, as well as probably the majority of other students' time at VVS, much more memorable. Everyone is included and recognized in one way or another. Even in this difficult time, the faculty and staff are working endlessly to keep everyone engaged and still have a form of traditions, and I want to thank them for that. It means more than they know. The faculty have made my time at VVS, and I hope other students' time at VVS much more enjoyable and fun. If I was to pass down some advice to the remaining students at VVS, it would be to jump at every opportunity you can and make the most of the time you have left. It's precious. For a final thought, I'd like to say VVS as a whole is amazing, and experiencing it for all 4 years has led to many great memories that I will hold on to forever. And I think many of us seniors have made many memories that we will carry with us throughout the rest of our lives. We did it, seniors. We made it. Thank you.
Hello, VVS. I'm so glad that all of us could make it here. This is not what any of us had planned. That is what we have heard time and time again recently, is it not? And yet, here we all are, still graduating. Life moves forward right along with time. We can't stop that. The past few months have left everyone in a liminal state. Liminality is a term in anthropology that describes the ambiguous and often disorienting state of being in the middle of a rite of passage, where you no longer hold the status that you did before the event, but you do not yet hold the status that you will after the event. The population of the entire world, yes, all roughly 7.8 billion of us, is currently in a liminal state as we struggle to find what the new normal will be. All of the students here are what I am calling a double liminal state, though I will be focusing on the seniors. High school graduation is the classic rite of passage that everyone waits for in the Western world. As of the beginning of this ceremony, we are no longer seniors here at VVS, but we are not yet graduates either. You might be thinking to yourselves, gee, Jordan, thanks for giving us a mini anthro lecture, but why does this matter? Not to worry. I've considered this much and have answers for you. Why is liminality important? Well, as we do not currently exist solidly in either realm, we are completely open to possibility, to intellectual and emotional mobility in a way that we would not be if we were currently existing solidly in one state or the other. During short-term liminal spaces, this is only so helpful. We likely will not be planning a revolution in the short time that this commencement takes. Remember what I said earlier, though, that the entire world is in a liminal state? This means that the entire population is currently in an ultra-mobile, highly creative state. Everyone is in study, has been for months, and likely will continue to be like this. So, of course, I suggest that we take advantage of this. Class of 2020, we are entering the world at large at a moment in time when everything, and I mean everything, could be turned onto its head. It is our responsibility to take advantage of this and make life the way we want it to be. It is our responsibility to teach people patience and understanding for those unlike themselves. It is our responsibility to demand compassion in all aspects of life, not just the personal. We have a chance unlike any other class has had before us. Sure, we may not get to hug our friends goodbye one final time before they get onto that bus, but we surely can find people with similar views as ourselves and talk to them to find a way to change the world that has been stagnantly relying on outdated systems for far too long. All of us are passionate about something, whether it be equality between ethnicities, genders, and sexualities, the ability for all to have affordable healthcare, the importance of taking care of animals both in captivity and in the wild, taking care of the earth that we are all living on, or ensuring that all are treated with kindness and respect. I am proud to be part of a class that is so determined to make an impact and feel lucky that we have the chance to do so. On a more personal note, you all better come back for reunion whenever it happens, because I know that we are all going to have some insane stories to tell, many moments to make up for, and a home to thank for all of it. Thank you.
The spring. The frost thaws over, and from the ground new sprouts bloom. The animals come back out, and the earth turns to greens, pinks, yellows, and blues. It's part of the cycle. The earth dies and then lives again. We should currently be under the green canopy of trees, dressed in white, sitting side by side. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible. As a class, we went through a very harsh winter. We weren't able to finish our time together. We struggled to the very end. VVS couldn't have prepared us better for us to form together to close the end of the year. We, as students, were always being thrown out of our comfort zone, and most of us come with our own challenging battles. The IB, field trips, work jobs, and day-to-day life at VVS threw many obstacles our way. However, we always came out on the other end, older, wiser, and with experience. Additionally, I always knew I could find a friend here with you. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way. We were never truly alone in our journey. I can't imagine going through these crazy years with any other different crazy class, always there, peeking out at the end of a turbulent time, knowing we accomplished it together. This was yet another obstacle in our way, and we overcame it despite not being together. While we went through one of the hardest challenges, I have no doubt that it has gained us one of the strongest advantages as we leave VVS to go into the world, the ability to overcome and thrive. After all, our other school color is green, symbolic of life and rebirth. Is this not what we are prepared for? Our time has passed here. The ground is thawing for us. We're about to sprout, coming out into the world.
Well, I told you senior speeches are the highlight, and that's why. 7 extraordinary speeches by 7 extraordinary seniors. People ask me all the time, what is so special about Verde Valley School and its students? Well, you just heard the reason why 7 times over. If I'm ever having a dinner party, I want all of our Verde Valley School alums at that party. Thank you very much, seniors, for a job well done. At this time, I am pleased to present several awards. The first award is given to a member of the faculty or staff for distinguished service to Verde Valley School. The Cathedral Rock Award is given in recognition of service across the years, in keeping with the example set by its namesake, sturdy anchor of our daily lives and efforts. In 2020, The Cathedral Rock Award is given to a person that I have known well for 5 years. A person who constantly comes to my office with food and helps my svelte body get bigger and bigger each and every week. He is a man that embraces every value and every principle of our school and what we do for young people. It is my pleasure, my great pleasure, to give this award to the executive chef, Michael Briggs of Verde Valley School. You can't hug. Yes!
I don't know, I'm speechless. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for what I do. Every day we cook food to show the love that we care for all of you. I'm encouraged all the time by Paul and Donita and everybody on campus. I don't know. I can't believe I got the Cathedral Walk Award. I'm just grateful.
The next award is an award given by the Verde Valley School Board of Trustees. The Red Rockstar Award is given to an individual or group of individuals who have made a significant contribution to the school. This annual award is voted on and issued by the trustees. In 2020, I am so pleased to present the Red Rockstar Award to 2 individuals. As most of you know watching this, that the school was given an amazing $3.5 million gift last year. $3 million of that went to capital improvements on the campus. As soon as we received the funds, we went and started interviewing local general contractors that would come in here and do the work, that would preserve the look of the campus, but give the campus some much needed makeover. And boy, did we hit a home run. This year it is my honor and pleasure to give the Red Rockstar Award to Jim Nash and Chris Leak of Leak Construction. Thank you, gentlemen, for all that you've done for Verde Valley School. Our next award is the Quadrangle Award. It acknowledges students who, seeking no recognition, yet by example and devotion, and on ways unheralded, advance the goals of our shared life and learning. In 2020, the Quadrangle Award is given to 4 students. Alexandria Gilbert, Aylin Hartman, Cambria Sayuja, and Michael Amadei. The Warren Family Citizenship Award is given in honor of the Warren family, founders of Verde Valley School. It is awarded in recognition of that senior who, in the opinion of the faculty and staff, has demonstrated the highest degree of service in the community through their leadership and personal character. In 2020, the Warren Family Citizenship Award is given to 2 students, Josh LeBlanc and Jordan White. All of our award winners will receive certificates and in their homes sometime soon. Thank you very much. That fly is making me crazy. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Jordan White from the class of 2020 and Nat Carter from the class of 2021 with their rendition of For Good from the Broadway musical Wicked, written by Stephen Schwartz.
Nat and I chose this song to sing because we feel that it really embodies not only our friendship, but also the relationships that VVS helps to form.
I've heard it said that people people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It well may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant blue. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of that seems to matter anymore. Like a shore as it rises, like a wind off the like a stream that meets like a seed dropped by a bird in the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
An important tradition at the Verde Valley School commencement ceremonies is the gift of books from members of the junior class to the graduating seniors. Now, books will be mailed to our graduating seniors on behalf of the junior class. Enjoy them and read them. Bum, bum. Are we still rolling? You guys are whacked. Okay, now we're going for it. It is my honor now to present the class of 2020 with their diplomas. Leish, R. Glenberg. Augustus Wolf Mueller. Alexandria Olafami Gilbert. Nona Schmid. Michael Angelo Amadei. Emily Ann Amadei. Edward Shue. Alex Duval. Sarah Elizabeth Franks. Michael Joshua LeBlanc. Soleil Grace Metcalf. Aylin Hartman. Natalie Irina Montgomery. Cody Allen Powers Heselton. Emma Jordan White. Isadora Gianni Corriere. Yanel Esprit. Skylar Sheridan Deal. Ken Tokomitsu. Sophia Bernhardt. Janet Owen Fun Va. Elijah Stone. Cambria Sayuja. Ellie Christine Sipe. Tyeri Miller. Jacqueline LeCompte Hall. Kristen Day White. It is that time that the students have been waiting for. It is my pleasure to announce the promotion of the classes. Freshmen, you are now promoted to sophomores, class of 2023. Woohoo! Sophomores, you are promoted to juniors, class of 2022. Juniors, you're all staying back. No, I'm just kidding. Juniors, you are promoted to seniors, class of 2021. Juniors, you may turn your rings now. Woohoo! Seniors, class of 2020, you are now alumni. You are now part of the family. Now you may flip your tassels, your caps. Thank you. I hope you all have a restful and healthy summer. Peace out.
Hey guys, here we are. You made it to graduation. It's been one of the strangest years that I can ever remember. And I just want to tell you that all this is going to make you guys stronger. And I can't wait to hear you guys come back to reunions and talk about all the wonderful times we've had together. You're one of the top 10 classes that I've ever taught. And I wish you the very best.
Congratulations, my darlings. I miss you. I love you. I wish you all success, health, and happiness. Enough disappointment to learn from, and a long and happy life. Do good things.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Enjoy your special day, seniors. You have earned it. Tomorrow, get back to the work of changing the world.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. I am so proud of all of you guys. Now get out there in the world and show us what you got. You rock!
VBS graduates, the world does not need any more complacency. I hope you guys will be brave, take lots of risks, follow your hearts, and just don't let anyone silence that inner knowing that you have in there. Good luck.
When you feel like you are having a challenging time, think of Hamilton and Babs Warren, who lived here with their family in tents because this school is what they believed in. Find the star that you believe in and guide yourself by it so that whether the tide is with or against you, you will always know you're headed in the direction you want to go.
This is the epitome of bittersweet. I'm sad and I'm mad that we didn't get to finish the year together, but I'm proud and I'm happy for you guys. Get out there and make it happen. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hi VBS, class of 2020. I wish you guys were here with us today. I'm sad that you're not. One thing that I have been comforted by these last few weeks is how strong a sense of community that I know you all have developed in your time at VBS, and I hope that you will carry that with you to all of the new communities that will be lucky to have you as a member moving forward.
You know, we always talk about what VVS gives to us. These last few months, the place is as beautiful as ever, but what I've realized is that you guys are the ones that bring the energy and the joy to this place. My hope is that you can take what you would have given this place the last few months and what you've given the whole time and bring it out to the world, because the world needs it more than we do right now.
You have to look up.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Congratulations, class of 2020. What a journey it's been. Remember where you come from, remember who you are, remember what matters, and stay in touch. Go write an amazing story.
Class of 2020, I want to say that I miss you. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. And just know that we and VBS are in your hearts. Take care, class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We already miss you, as if we never got to say goodbye. I'm gonna give you 2 pieces of advice moving forward that I wish someone would have given to me. One is join a club. You'll meet people who share your values, and you'll be able to do service work, which is really hard to do on your own. If there is no club, make one. 2 is get a job, whether you need one or not. You'll meet people who aren't like you. It's a really important thing to do in life.
Life is full of twists and turns, and your ability to persevere and navigate this tough time shows that you can handle those twists and turns. So go forward with confidence, knowing you can handle whatever is thrown at you. Congratulations and good luck.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I want to thank you for everything that you've taught me through the years that you've been here. And I want to make sure that you remember to take everything you've learned from VBS with you. Not just the knowledge that you've learned in class, but the love that you've learned to grow here at VBS. Please remember to take that with you. I know you can do it. Congratulations.
To the class of 2020, I'd like to read a quote by Maya Angelou. My wish for you is that you continue. Continue to be who and how you are, to astonish a mean world with your acts of kindness. Continue to allow humor to lighten the burden of your tender heart. Love you.
Congratulations, seniors! You made it. Best of luck on all your future journeys, and come back and visit us in the future.
You got this.
Hola jóvenes, muchas felicidades. Les deseo lo mejor en este año. Ustedes son unas personas increíbles y aquí en mi casa siempre tienen chocolate caliente. Teodoro y yo los vamos a extrañar mucho.
Congratulations, seniors. We miss you. It's not the same here without you.
We love you.
We love you. And just keep moving forward and go to college and never look back and just keep your head down and get it done. Bye.
Did you get that?
It's on.
Wish I could do that.
Hey guys, we miss you. We felt your presence when we came down and saw your beautiful smiling faces here in the quad. It's been tough, but we feel so good that just knowing that you guys are compassionate change makers going out into the world. You guys rock.
Felicidades y siempre adelante.
Hi VBS class of 2020. We love you. Go out in the world, kick some butt, and know that you always have a place to come home to and people that you can call on at any time. We love you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We miss you, we love you. Go out there and rock it.
You wanted to say good.
Live large, love deeply, and know there's always a piece of this planet you should call home. Come back and visit when you can.
Hey, congratulations, seniors. We're really proud of you.
It's been great getting to know you guys. Stay in touch. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Seniors, enjoy a day of celebration. You deserve it. And I hope that you also get to enjoy a feast worthy of the VBS kitchen team.
Congratulations, graduates. It's been great getting to know you.
Make sure you spread that VBS love and kindness throughout the rest of the world. We need that right now. Congratulations.
Hey VBS, class of 2020, good luck in your future. Congratulations for all your accomplishments. And remember, stay grounded. George Orwell said, the British novelist, there are some things so stupid, only intellectuals would believe them. So stay true to yourself, stay grounded, and when suffering comes up, learn the lesson, use the lessons you learned here at VBS to confront those situations. Good luck, everyone.
VBS has taught you to think for yourself, which is great, because that's what we need. So my advice to you from one artist to another is to go out there, think for yourself, question authority. A little subversiveness isn't always bad. Congratulations.
Hi everyone, congratulations. Each of you has so many incredible gifts to offer this world. I can't wait to hear and see what you do with your futures.
I hope if you got anything out of this school, it's a sense of adventure. So go out and find yourself some amazing adventures and show compassion for your fellow humans and this earth. Congratulations.
Congratulations, VBS class of 2020. You've just graduated from probably one of the best schools of the nation, and I know you're going to do well, so go out there and do your thing and make it good.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We are so proud of you. Celebrate with us today because we are celebrating you.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We are so excited for you. I just want to pass on a message that one of our alumni said on a call the other night, which is the one thing that no one can take from you is your integrity. So keep that close.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You know that this is not what we dreamed for you, but this is our reality, and let's celebrate it. You guys have persevered. This community has come together in a way that just reflects 72 years of amazing people that built this school. And now you 27, are the ones to carry the torch forward. Good luck, stay safe, and remember, if you're gonna be a bear, be a grizzly bear.
Oh.